It is now time for Q&A in a car. I'm your host, Alan Kahn, and this is my special guest, David Ducane. Hello, David.
Hello.
Well, usually in our special segment of Q&A in a car, usually I am the one who is being asked the questions, but today, I will be asking Dave some questions. Surprise! So first question, are you ready?
No.
He had no preparation. At what point in time did you recognize that Jesus was worth everything to you?
I can definitely trace it back to 2004 summer retreat Impact. I came from California, not really being plugged into a church. We moved to New Jersey in 2003 and got plugged in and started going to youth group at CCOB and really hearing the word in a way that I can fully understand, because I used to sit in with my parents at our old church, and it was extremely good teaching but slightly over my head. And so when I was able to now get something that I can actually understand and take in, I realized just how special and how amazing who God is and everything that he did for me. I realized how important that was in my life. So 14 years old, went on the retreat, and just knew, as Joey, our youth pastor, was talking about baptism, and we were getting ready for the baptism, and I got baptized as a child and a very, very young kid, and I didn't understand it. And so as he was explaining what it was, I knew that was something that I wanted to be part of, and I got baptized, and I can 100% see that from that moment on, Bible reading was consistent, prayer and just seeking after him and wanting more of him happened from 14 years old. So
awesome. Next question. What does discipleship practically look like for you?
That's a great question. To me, definitely discipleship is, I guess, a ton of different forms can be done, and it looks different to everyone, but I definitely think discipleship is this one-on-one conversation about things that you're either going through in life, or just sharing what the Lord is sharing with you. And so it's this time of fellowship where you can either be with a peer, or in best case scenario, you're with an elder, somebody who's older than you, someone who's wiser than you, that is able to impart things that you might not understand, that they've been able to, through reading their Bible, through prayer, and through life, have been able to learn. So I think practically that's what it's all about, is being able to really just sit down and talk with somebody who's older than you. So
cool. And so I guess the last question would be kind of related to that. If you were talking to a student right now, a teenager that was watching this, and they really are looking for some discipleship but not really sure how to go about that, what would you say to them?
Great question. I think many times, and I was the same growing up, is that as somebody who's younger, as a high schooler, you're kind of afraid to ask to be discipled. But I think all of us leaders, and we say this over and over and over again, is that we're there for you. I'm tired from working all week, but I go because I enjoy being with you guys. And so when you don't take advantage of me, that's a sad thing. So I usually, if anybody ever asks me to hang out, I'll do anything in my power to get to you guys, same day or next day. So I encourage you, ask and you shall receive, and that is completely literal. And I know that for a fact, that if you ask any of your leaders, they will drop anything that they're doing to hang out with you, to disciple you, to get to know you. But it definitely, discipleship has to be your first, you have to make the first move. It's not something that always happens where a leader finds you. It's you have to be discipled, because even if I were to come up to you and start to disciple you, unless you wanted it first, you wouldn't get as much out of it as if you were to completely desire it out of your heart. Right? So, ask.
Yeah, it reminds me of when Jesus was calling his disciples. He didn't go up to them and hound them down. He just told some of them, simply follow me, and they would just drop what they're doing and go and follow him. And that's what we're asking of kids. We're not asking them to leave everything behind and start shadowing you.
Oh yes.
But if they want to, I guess that's okay. Might be a little creepy. But true discipleship starts with the individual wanting to be discipled.